Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dewan D. Hurt Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Serra High School for the first of our doubleheader, which features a non-league matchup between the Lawndale Cardinals and your Serra Cavaliers. Cardinals come in having played half the games the Cavaliers have. They sit at 3-1 on the season, all games coming against Pioneer League opponents. They almost ran the gamut against the Torrance schools, their only loss coming in their last game to North Torrance last night. Fell by a final of 66-49. It's the return of Lawndale coach Christopher Brownlee, as he spent a couple of years as an assistant on the Serra bench before returning to Lawndale for round 2 of his extended coaching career there. On the other end, Cavaliers come in with a 500 record, sitting at 4-4. As with most, this is turning into a bit of a difficult season for the Cavaliers. As we are underway here, Lawndale first possession, and they're going to turn it over. Difficult season for Serra. They've had back-to-back league games canceled due to positive COVID tests, and what has to be even more frustrating is neither of those tests involved their team. So now, a week after their last game, a tough 69-66 win at South Pasadena. They're trying to end the day with a winning record. In that win over South Pasadena, Jeremy Dent-Smith, 38 points, 10 rebounds, and a handful of assists. Earned Daily Breeze Player of the Week honors with that game and his 17.5 rebound and handful of assist win against Lusinger. And he also had 23-7 against St. Bernard, so a big week for Jeremy Dent-Smith, and trying to follow that up now. Starting lineups for both teams. First for the Cardinals of Lawndale, Joshua Bruce. Enoch Bailey Williams, who just grabbed that offensive rebound. That's Daniel Michelini Jackson knocking down the three, getting the first points on the board for either side. Joe Harris, number 12, and number 55, the big man inside for Lawndale, Roland Fullwood. The dreads high up over the top of his head. Turnover for the Cavaliers. Bailey Williams taking it the other way. Another three-point attempt, that one no good from Michelini Jackson, and Coleman with it in his hands again. Cole can't get his first shot to go. Well, long air ball. And back the other way for Lawndale. Starters for your Cavaliers. Number 2, Matthew Coleman, making his first start of the season after coming over from the football field after their season ended. Before we get to the rest of those lineups, we have a foul. Duke Gibson picking up his first of the game. Robin Fullwood on the putback attempt, couldn't get it to go, so he'll be at the line shooting 2. On the court with Coleman, number 4, Tommy Adesiji, number 5, Laquan Cole, number 22, Duke Gibson, who just picked up that foul, and number 25, the man we mentioned in the open, Jeremy Dent-Smith, after a big week trying to pick it back up. Fullwood 1 of 2 from the line, and the lead is 4 now for the Cardinals. Coleman on the handoff from Gibson. Jeremy Dent-Smith misses the 3. Lawndale other way, open 3 from the corner, no good. It was Joe Harris who couldn't get it to go. Bailey Williams almost pulled down another offensive rebound. Instead, on the other end, Cavaliers, Tommy Adesiji can't get his left-hand layup to go. Dent-Smith with the save, Cavalier possession. He's gonna stop and pop from the elbow spot. A little rush for the Cavaliers early here. Been a bit of a theme for them on the season, slow starts. And it's really hindered them. They've been able to get back into a couple of games But the old adage is that when you spend so much energy trying to get back into the game, a lot of the times you can't get over the hump and win those games. And so Cavaliers are going to have to make a concerted effort here to stay competitive here early in the first quarter. Foul on Matt Coleman is not going to help. First free throw is good for Daniel Michelini Jackson. He'll have one more. Two for two. It's a 6-0 lead now. 4:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Glad to have you all joining us. Tommy Adesiji, three-pointer, no good. Good defensive pressure that time. It was Bailey Williams on the closeout, but Cardinals immediately turned the ball back over. So another chance here for the Cavaliers. Zone 2-3 by the Cardinals. And that made me hesitate. I was going to say they have to get the ball into Duke Gibson, but with that zone, they're pinching real hard on the inside. Cavaliers go in there nonetheless, and Roland Fullwood picks up his first foul, reaching over the top, trying to get a hand on that ball. They're at Gibson again. Kick out to Coleman, one dribble. No good. Jeremy Dent-Smith on the offensive boards and gets the two to go. First two of the game for the Cavaliers. And who else would you expect? It's Jeremy Dent-Smith. Corner to Harris. 10 on the shot clock for the Cardinals here. And very patient on this possession. Cavaliers doing a good job with pressure and denial. It's going to be a last-second shot. Three-pointer is no good. It was Jackson trying to knock down another one. Cavaliers. Cole is going to try, and he gets his to go on the opposite end. So now the Cavaliers catching a bit of a hot streak. They're right back in it. It's 6-5. With 3 minutes left to go here in the first, Laquan Cole picks up his first bucket of the game. Michelini Jackson aggressive here in this first quarter, and it's paying all types of dividends for this Cardinals team. He's going to be at the line shooting another two. And he picks up the second foul against Duke Gibson. Just a big development here early in this game. Another one of the problems for this Cavalier team, I believe it was against St. Bernard's, that Jeremy Dent-Smith ended up fouling out late in the fourth quarter, dealt with foul trouble all that game, and that was a big point of contention for this Cavaliers team as they were fighting to pick up a league win. They weren't able to do it. One of two for Michelini Jackson. After the Cavaliers miss, again, Cardinals with a quick turnover. Giving Cavaliers all types of extra possessions here as they started out playing really clean basketball. Now Cavaliers have the game tied as Jeremy Dent-Smith gets to the middle and gets his floater to go. Another two on the board for Dent-Smith. Almost a turnover. Harris comes down with it. Good pass there. Can't get it to go. That was Joseph Rodriguez. It's into the game for the first time now for Lawndale. And I'm sorry, I also forgot to mention that Jason Davis is now in the game. He took the place of Duke Gibson after he picked up his second foul. So a couple of new faces here at the end of the first quarter. And we've got one more. It's Excel God Bless. What a name. Excel, God bless, enters the game for the Lawndale Cardinals. Corner three, no good that time. It's Tommy Adesiji who let that one go. Rebound chased down, and Adesiji's gonna have another chance. Can't get either of them to go, and look who's on the offensive glass. It's Jeremy Dent-Smith. Another offensive rebound and another two. Again, carrying this Cavaliers team. Doing it here early. Guy carrying the Cardinals, Daniel Michelini Jackson, can't get that three to go. Off the deflection, it's going to stay with the Cardinals. They make another change. It's Elijah Groves coming into the game. And off the baseline, out of bounds. Good look there. Groves just into the game, picks up the two. Too easy for the liking, I would assume, of the Cavaliers coaching staff. But a good executed play that time from Lawndale. On the other end, Matthew Coleman, again with that one dribble pull-up, this time gets it to go. Good stroke for Coleman. He's been a real boost since making his way over to the basketball court, like we said, after that football season finished. Guy that's been on this team for a couple years, knows exactly what his coach wants, and is old enough, experienced enough, and poised enough to give him what he's asking for. Meanwhile, on the defensive end, good trap there from the Cavaliers. Jump ball. Possession's going to stay with Lusinger. 13 on the shot clock, 36 on the game clock. Another good pass. That time it was Michelini Jackson leading it off for Excel, God bless, and he gets his first two of the game. Shot clock off. Jeremy Dent-Smith right by the half-court line now gives it up to Matt Coleman. 15 seconds on the game clock. We're going to start moving with about 8 here. Dent-Smith right side all the way to the basket, up and over the defender, kisses it off the glass for another two. Cardinals late getting it out inbounds, and so that will be the last bucket of the quarter. Pushes the Cavaliers out to a 2-point lead. It's 13-11 here. Serra Cavaliers and Lawndale Cardinals, brought to you by the voice of. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and live with second quarter action into the game for the first time for the Cavaliers. Merez Seals as Jeremy Dent-Smith picks up where he left off. That's a three-pointer on the board for the Cavaliers. 16-11 game. Merez Seals, as I mentioned, playing defense there. Back after suffering a shoulder injury a couple of games ago. Another bigger player option for Coach McCrumbie coming off of that bench. Although he's not going to be happy with his play there, contesting the three, Seals is going to pick up the foul. And also picking up where he left off in the first quarter, it's Daniel Michelini Jackson. He'll be at the free throw line shooting free throws 5, 6, and 7. No good on the first. He'll have one more. Gets it to go. We've got a whistle, and we're going to have a quick timeout here at the start of the second quarter. It's going to be a full timeout, and we're going to take it with them. We'll be back with live high school basketball action in just under a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cavaliers start with possession here. Pass inside to Seals, and through his hands, turnover there. Fast break opportunity stopped by the Cavaliers, so the Cardinals set up. Baseline drive, toss back out to Bruce. Pushes it to the corner, three-point attempt, no good. Was Michelini Jackson fighting for the rebound again underneath is Roland Fullwood. Picks it up and lays it in. 1 point game out of CG now with the turnover for the Cavaliers. Coming back the other way, and Michelini Jackson, another two, the stop and pop right at the middle of that free throw line. Gets it to go, mature move there, not getting too deep. 3 turnovers on 3 consecutive possessions here for the Cavaliers, and they just get lucky. That one's through the hands of Bruce. Sloppy play coming after that timeout from Lawndale for the Cavaliers. And so another possession here. Now they're down by 1. Kai Usher into the game for the first time. Right side, he's got it now. Usher had been battling some injury issues as well, and so glad to see him back on the court. Good move there from him. Can't get it to go as it rattles around. Seals unable to come down with it. So it's Cardinals other way. Open 3, left side, no good. It was Elijah Groves. Out of CG, getting to the basket. Fullwood meets him. And I think he leaned just a little bit too far forward. And he's going to pick up the foul. Referee signaling that his hands were down. But I'm not sure those hands came down until the contact was made. So a little bit of a tough call there. But Fullwood's going to pick up 2. See if he leaves. Jeremy Dent-Smith will leave. And a note that I've been waiting to get to. Been waiting for a good time to get to it. Onto the court now. Coming over from the football field as well. Surprising his own coach with his appearance this season. It's AJ and Kelly. Big 6'8", 320 center. Offensive tackle. And bucket for the Cardinals underneath. Elijah Groves gets it to go on another good pass. Losing her team, picking apart the Cavaliers when they're out of position. But Cavaliers will be extremely excited to having Kelly out there. Not sure if they'll see a bigger body all season, be able to dominate that paint at will. Meanwhile, Bruce can't get his three-point attempt to go. And there he is, pulling in his first rebound. It's big AJ. Handing it off to Tommy. He's going to slow it a little bit and then push it out to Cole. Cole right back to him. Three-pointer out of CG, finally getting one to go here in the second quarter. 21-19, Cavaliers leading here with 4:20 left to go in the first half out of CG. One of the better shooters for the Cavaliers team. And another key to their success, as shown by the results of previous games. If Tommy can get it going, these Cavaliers can too for the most part. Got to do a better job on the glass though. As there's an offensive rebound and a putback, it's Joshua Bruce. Lets out a little scream there afterwards. Gets a delay of game warning. But a big-time bucket to tie this game up here. It's going to come out, Coach Brownlee. He's going to insert Jerry Landers into the game for the first time. And Cavaliers coming the other way. Fake pass to the corner, Cole. And shoots the little runner and gets it to go. Good move there by Laquan Cole, reading the defense. When they jumped that corner opportunity, he pulled the ball back and got the floater to go. Out of CG all over Michelini Jackson. Gets the deflection, but the ball's gonna stay with the Cardinals. Subs both ways. It's Joe Harris for the Cardinals and Jeremy Dent-Smith back in for the Cavaliers. Right side. And Kelly way out there. Ball inside, deflected. Just made it to Landers. Ball movement all around for the Cardinals. They're gonna end up with a three. It's Daniel Michelini Jackson with another one. Absolutely doing it all on the offensive end for the Cardinals. Adesiji gonna try to answer, forced it there, and comes up with the air ball. Unsatisfactory for Coach McCrumbie. Laquan Cole's gonna immediately come into the game after that shot from Adesiji. And the conversation happening now between Adesiji and McCrumbie, but on the court, Jeremy Dent-Smith trying to hold this Cavaliers attack together. And we've almost got a one-on-one game going on out here between Jeremy Dent-Smith and Daniel Michelini Jackson. They're actually guarding each other right now, so we do have a bit of a one-on-one matchup. And Dent-Smith all in him. The rip through, good move that time. Michelini Jackson is gonna draw the foul against Dent-Smith. And this one might start to get interesting here. Long pass, inbounded, slapped away by Seals, but back to a Cardinals player. Corner drive, good move. Air ball, though, for Landers. And Cavaliers coming the other way. Jeremy Dent-Smith stops and pops for three! Left side. Will not be denied. Jeremy Dent-Smith, 3 threes in the quarter. 29-24 Cavaliers. Landers again, the back of the rim. It's Laquan Cole, the spin move. And I believe we have an out of bounds call here, as Cole was racing across the baseline, got a little cut off by the scorer's table here, so wasn't quite sure what happened, and the referee didn't really give a signal. So I'm gonna assume it's out of bounds, turnover by the Cavaliers, and Cardinals with it again. Under 2 here left to go in the half. Pressure turning up on the defensive end for the Cavaliers, but that turn up in pressure is gonna result in a foul. Laquan Cole closing there, as Joe Harris was raising for his shot and got him right across the wrist. Harris is going to have 2 at the line here. One of 2 from the line for Harris. We've got a 4-point game here, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful game between these 2 local teams. Lawndale not far from here at all. So we mentioned the relationship between the coaches, and able to schedule this game on short notice. And now offensive foul. It's going to be Enoch Bailey Williams picking up the offensive foul. Jeremy Dent Smith coming over to take the charge. And so now, after scoring all game, he's doing it on the defensive end as well. And how about his coach doing it all as well on the court, mopping the floors up himself. I always say you don't know how much these coaches do and how much they sacrifice, and you don't truly, especially not when you're in high school playing for these coaches. But as somebody who played for Coach McCrumbie and graduated from Serra in the class of 2012, I know the sacrifices he puts in now. And how about AJ and Kelly on the offensive glass, getting the putback and drawing the foul. He's going to be at the line shooting 1, and that's the impact that we talked about from Kelly. Look across the court, and there should be nobody that can stop him. And on that offensive rebound, there was none. And now he pulls down the defensive rebound off the miss. Again, a big boost for this Cavaliers team. Look at that screen. I don't know if Laquan Cole's seen that much space coming off a screen all season. Gonna have a difficult time getting around AJ and Kelly. And freeing up Cole, he gets to the basket. Excel, God bless, is going to pick up the foul, as Cole got all the way there, couldn't get the bucket to go, so he'll be at the line shooting 2. Back rims the first, and we're gonna have some subs. Kai Usher and AJ and Kelly leaving. First minutes for Mark Young and for Dwayne Thompson, who is out guarding the ball right now. So 2 new faces for the Cavaliers with under a minute left to go here. They've pushed their lead out to 8. It's 33-25. And Michelini Jackson's going to try to do something about it, and he does. I know you love the contest and the aggressiveness and the mindset from Jeremy Dent Smith, taking the assignment on a guy that's been absolutely carrying this Cardinals team, but just overly aggressive there and a little too much. Michelini Jackson's going to be at the line shooting 3. Got the first, missed the second. And he'll have one more. Two for three for Jackson. That was the second foul on Jeremy Dent-Smith. About a 1 second differential between the shot and game clock. So Coach McCrumbie gonna leave him out here and try to get a bucket out of him again. Here he is with it. Michelini Jackson right in his hip. Left hand layup, gets it to go. Good move. Dent-Smith get into his spot. That's where he's got to be careful. Under 5 on the defensive end. Blocked by Seals on the three-point attempt. And a good close to the half for the Serra Cavaliers. They're going to head to the locker room with a 35-27 lead over the Lawndale Cardinals. Jeremy Dent-Smith absolutely carrying this team, especially on the offensive end. And same thing on the other side for Daniel Michelini Jackson. We'll get you updated stats and more action live from Serra High School in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dewan D. Hurt Memorial Gymnasium. Under a minute left to go here before the start of second half action. I'd like to catch you up on some first half stats. Our stats today brought to you by the one and only Corey Swaggy Sea Dog. Follow him on Twitter at Swaggy Sea Dog 5. That's at Swaggy Sea Dog DAWG 5. Best announcer, statistician, extraordinaire in the business, and he's got your first half stats here. Big half for top players from both teams. Jeremy Dent-Smith finishes the half, 19 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 3 threes, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, and an assist. Big first half for Jeremy Dent-Smith. Earned the Cavaliers this 8-point lead that they hold now, as they also force a turnover on the first possession for the Cardinals. Daniel Michelini Jackson leading the way for the Cardinals. He had 15, 2 threes, 3 steals, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists, filling it up across the board, as well as Dent-Smith empty on his first opportunity of the second half. Fullwood underneath, going at Gibson, who played very sparingly in that first half after picking up his second foul. Stonewalls Fullwood there. Cardinals' 3-point attempt is an air ball, and Cavaliers coming the other way with Cole. And gonna try to see if Gibson can make up for lost time. He can't there. Instead, he gets called for the travel, and it's a turnover to continue this rough outing now for Gibson. Same starters for Lawndale. This is one of them, Joshua Bruce, unable to get the 3 to go. Enoch Bailey Williams there trying to get the offensive rebound. Couldn't get a hand on it. Joe Harris, Michelini Jackson, and Fullwood, who we mentioned before, are in there. And here early in the second half, Joshua Bruce is going to leave. Quick change for the Cardinals bench. Joseph Rodriguez now into the game as the Cardinals drop into their zone defense. It's Adesiji right side. He's going to let it go and knock it down. Tommy Adesiji, could see that look in his eyes. He thought about letting it go the first time he caught it, but he did get pulled for a quick trigger earlier. He wasn't passing up on it the second time, and he knocks it in. It's now an 11-point game, biggest lead of the game for the Cavaliers. And good play there for Gibson. Stonewalling the drive, coming up with the rebound. Adesiji, Cole, Matt Coleman, Dent-Smith, and Gibson. Adesiji again from 3. This one's short. Rebound for Dent-Smith. He's going to get it to Cole. His 3 doesn't go. And chased down there by Rodriguez, going all the way. Gives it up, and then the shot blocked. Absolutely denied Laquan Cole. It's going to spark the break, and Dent-Smith gonna keep it rolling. That's a 3 from the left side. 41-27 Cavaliers pushing this one to the point of no return with 5:30 left to go here in the third. It's gonna be a full timeout coming from that Cardinals bench, and we're gonna take it with them. We'll be back. Elijah Groves enters and Joshua Bruce re-enters. Fullwood over the bag, gets the deflection, no call. Leads to a run out. Joshua Bruce gets the 2 to go as Gibson going for the block, couldn't quite get there. Little inconsistency on that call from the referees. They've called that 1 out of 3 times, but it looks like the same play every time. Tommy Adesiji pulls up for the right side jumper and gets it to go. Bruce leaves it off for Fullwood to the body of Gibson and gets the 2 to go. Good patience underneath that time. Roland Fullwood getting the 2 to go. Adesiji open in the corner. That one is short. Almost wedged it into the corner of the basket. Off the miss, though. Deflection is going to keep the ball with the Cavaliers, and they'll be taken out underneath. Corner to Gibson. Swing it all the way around. Cole's going to work with it from the opposite corner. Can't get the floater to go. Just falls off the rim. But there it is. Another turnover. And Jeremy Dent-Smith going to take the easy and smart and high percentage 2, goes for the layup. Tommy giving him a little bit of grief. He wanted the dunk from Jeremy Dent-Smith. But I'm sure Coach McCrumbie is more than pleased that he took the high percentage 2. Now underneath, Fullwood going to work again. Makes his way around Gibson, can't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound for Groves, can't get it to go. Fullwood now can't get it to go. 4th opportunity underneath. He's holding it. Finally, it's tapped out. And Adesiji running 1-on-3, can't get the layup to go. Bruce coming the other way. Now the Cardinals have numbers for a quick second. Coleman recovers and picks the pocket of Groves. Dent-Smith gonna step into another 3. That one is long. Fullwood never moved. Gets the pump fake and gets the layup to go, as Gibson was trying to sprint back and make a play there. Overran it a little. 45-33, 2:30 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cole with the stop and pop, no good. Dent-Smith again on the offensive glass. Made a theme of that in the first half. Gibson working on Fullwood. Double comes. Dent-Smith attacking and draws the foul. It's Elijah Groves who's going to pick it up. That's his first. And Dent-Smith headed to the line trying to pad those stats a little bit. Got another coach on the floor, and they're trying to make sure this wet spot is completely taken care of. Health and safety first, definitely. Don't want anybody slipping out here. Got that all taken care of. Dent-Smith at the line again, shooting 2. First one in with just a whisper, and we've got a couple of subs. Quan Cole's gonna exit, so is Duke Gibson. AJ and Kelly coming into the game, and Kai Usher coming as well. Two of 2 from the line for Dent-Smith. It's now a 14-point game. Shalini Jackson unable to get it going in the second half. Fullwood has been able to put a couple points on the board for the Cardinals and at least keep them within striking range. Gets another 2 there underneath. Shalini Jackson got caught on that screen by AJ and Kelly and slow to get up. Off the miss, Kai Usher underneath gets the lefty layup to go. Now the turnover, other way for the Cavaliers out of CG. After giving Dent Smith a little grief, is going to take the easy, efficient 2 as well. And let's see if Dent Smith gives it back to him. While we do that, it's going to be a timeout. Coach Brownlee upset by what he's seeing. 1:21 left to go here in the third quarter. It's a 51-35 game. It's going to be a full timeout. And we'll be back with more high school action brought to you by the Voice of. 16-point game, 1:21 left to go here in the third quarter. Quick change for the Cavaliers. Merez Seals back into the game. He's got the Michelini Jackson assignment. He's on him right now in his face. Michelini Jackson with the step back contact, gets it to go, falling down. No call, but a nice shot there. First one of the second half for Daniel Michelini Jackson, who was their high man in the first. Seals comes up with the steal. Kai Usher ends up with the three-point attempt, just dropping the back of the rim. Chases it down, and the Cavaliers are going to reset. About a 7-second differential in the shot and game clock. You can hear the bench under 5 now for the Cavaliers. Dent Smith going to take it and cannot make it. Under 10 now for the Cardinals. Bruce to Michelini Jackson, the pump fake. A little more contact. That time I didn't think there was a foul, and it will not be called. And so we head to the end of the third, the start of the fourth, with a 51-37 game. Cavaliers leading the Cardinals here. Conversations going on between the refs and that Cardinals bench. We'll be back with fourth quarter action just a minute. fourth and final quarter non-league high school basketball action. Michelini Jackson is going to start this quarter off. That sweet mid-range jumper he's got. And if the Cardinals are going to have a chance to pull this game off with a fourth quarter comeback, that's the man that's got to be in control. It's got to be Michelini Jackson. They've got to get stops as well, but they can't that time. Merez seals underneath. Gets his first two of the game. Fighting through a little contact. Fullwood gets it. Meets in Kelly and can't go anywhere. The kick out three-pointer no good. That was Michelini Jackson unable to get it to go. Dan Smith to the middle of the defense. It's his own offensive rebound. And Kelly working inside. He's got Fullwood on him. Fullwood with the block, and Kelly, second chance opportunity. Goes for the reverse, and Fullwood gets him across the arm. It's his third of the game, and then Kelly will be at the line shooting two. Oh for 2 from the line for in Kelly. Bruce on the drive, lifted for the shot, decided to pass at the last second. I will say, I believe that was Landers who was underneath. He was open, but through his hands, he was not ready for it, and it's another turnover for the Cardinals. And Kelly gets it, thinks about it, drives, and he's going to draw another foul. Kelly extremely aggressive on the offensive end here in the fourth quarter. This time draws the foul. It's Michelini Jackson who got a piece of him. One out of 2 from the line for Kelly. Kai Usher, good instinct there, getting to the ball, forcing Fullwood to make an effort where he wasn't able to grab it, just had to keep it away from Usher, punches it out of bounds, and so another possession here for the Cavaliers. It's 54-39, 6:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter. You can see how patient the Cavaliers have become on the offensive end of the court. Get into a set here, ball ends up, hands of Kai Usher taking a mid-range jumper, and Kelly on the offensive glass is gonna give the Cavaliers another opportunity. Usher has it blocked, gets it back, then finds Dent Smith who blows the layup. One of the easiest ones he had all night, couldn't get it to go. On the left-hand side, and he's gonna take that slow walk to the bench as Tommy Adesiji comes in to replace him. Adesiji waiting on an in Kelly's screen, turns it down, and Kelly catches it mid-post, nowhere to go with it. Gonna hand it right back to Adesiji. Usher again, it's about time, right? That was his fourth shot on the possession. And I would assume he's a good enough shooter that he's gonna make 1 of 4. He knocks down the 3. First bucket of the game for Kai Usher there. Coleman, good defense on the other end. Shadowing Michelini Jackson, deflection as Jackson was lifting for his shot. Ball's gonna stay with Lawndale as Duke Gibson comes back into the game for the Cavaliers. Fullwood off the Harris. Gibson slides over and denies him at the rim. Good block that time by Gibson, and on the other end, Cardinals gonna get a big block of their own. Elijah Groves sprinting, able to get a finger on that three-point attempt by Kai Usher. The Cavaliers ball after the timeout. See who that timeout is taken by. It's a 30, and it'll be Lawndale taking that timeout. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action. .509 fourth quarter, Cavaliers basketball. Groves, two big plays on the defensive end. He's gonna take it to the rim and get the layup to go after the steal. Elijah Groves coast to coast for the Cardinals. 16-point game now. Left side three, Dent Smith, knockdown, pure. It's been that way all game, and that's the way it remains. 29 on the game for him so far. Here come the Cavaliers again, lifting for the dunk. Jason Davis has it thrown back. That's Elijah Groves making all types of plays on the defensive end. 2 blocks and a steal in 3 possessions for the Cavaliers. A layup in between there. Good play from Groves. Ball's gonna stay with the Cavaliers though, as Coleman takes out underneath the rim. Wide open underneath until the recovery. Roll on Fullwood. Coming back to deny Mark Young at the basket. It's going to turn into a 3-point opportunity for Groves, who can't get it to go. Fullwood, though, going to give his team another opportunity. Kept that one away from Gibson so Bailey Williams could get to it. Bailey Williams gets it back on another offensive rebound opportunity, but throws it right into the hands of Matt Coleman, who's in the front court now. Trapped under the basket, he gets it out to Dwayne Thompson. Pump and shot, no good. Fighting for it underneath is Young, and he's gonna get called for the foul as he was over the back there trying to pull down that rebound. The first of the game for Young as Groves goes to work on the other end. Just going to ask for Michelini Jackson. He's been rather quiet in this second half and in the fourth quarter after his first quick 2. Now they double him. Gets it inside to Fullwood, who lays it in. Just a calm play that time from Michelini Jackson getting the assist. Cavaliers did a poor job of rotating on the late double, and they give up the open layup. Now a steal. It's Michelini Jackson going for the dunk and denied by the rim. Maybe the one poor play of the game for Michelini Jackson. Also tells you probably how hard he's been working over the course of this game. I would assume that's pretty easy usually for Michelini Jackson. Maybe no legs here late in the game. Three-point attempt is an air ball. That was Joe Harris in the corner. 2 minutes left to go here in this game. And Matt Coleman's gonna knock down a three, and that should officially, unofficially do it. 63-43, under 2 minutes left to go here in this game. Cavaliers have the lead. It's gonna be a 30-second timeout from Lawndale, and we'll be back. .145 left to go here in the fourth. Harris gets caught in the air and turns it over. As I mentioned in the open of this game, this is the first of a doubleheader. Game number 2 will be coming up soon after this one ends. It'll be the Serra Lady Cavaliers taking on the Culver City Centaurs. More non-league high school basketball action here live from the campus of Serra High School. Go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter at The Voice of, TheVoiceof. It's at The Voice of on Twitter, and get all your information for streaming action, girls high school basketball between the Serra Lady Cavaliers and the Culver City Centaurs. Be coming up next. Right corner three, Cole can't get it to go. Usher on the glass again. Gives it up to Seals attacking. And it's going to eventually be Dwayne Thompson who gets the 2 to go for the Cavaliers. Driving the layup. It's going to be Groves, who's been the main man in this fourth quarter for the Cardinals. Drawing the contact from Davis, and so he'll be at the line shooting 2. One of 2 for Groves. Shot clock off. Cavaliers still running their offense. Don't think they're going to take a shot, but they're going to take the practice while they can. No shot. That is our final. What a game. It's 65-44. Nice win for Serra over the Lawndale Cardinals. High score in the game. Who would you expect? Jeremy Dent-Smith adding to a remarkable season. Picked up another 29 today and pushed this Cavaliers team to a 5-4 record on the season. See when the Cavaliers' next game will be. Next game will be on Friday, the 7th. They will be taking on St. Bernard's at St. Bernard's. That game starts at 7 o'clock. For everyone here at The Voice Of, which today was 3 of us, including Corey, C Swaggy Dog 5 on Twitter, who gave us our stats today, and my producer, executive producer, engineer, cameraman extraordinaire, Mark Alston. My name is Amir Greer, and we're more than thankful for you joining us. I'd like to have you join us for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Go ahead and check the Twitter page for the live stream information for that one. If you won't be joining us, have a great night.